Assalamualaikum to Dr. Salwan. We are from Group B. Would like to presenting our assignment titled Organic Farming. So this is our group member from Group B, which consists of Fairuz, Yi Qing, Jalin, Izza, Nurin, and me, Seridawani. Now let's move on to the introduction of organic farming. So, what is organic farming? Organic farming is a technique which involves the cultivation of plants and rearing of animals in natural ways. This process involves the use of biological materials, avoiding synthetic substances to maintain soil fertility and ecological balance, thereby minimizing pollution and wastage. The cultivation of plants is the process of tilling or unsettling the soil to make it more suitable for planting. In terms of organic farming, it's not just about adding nutrients to the soil. It's about encouraging the life forms within the soil to thrive. Okay, now I will pass the presentation to the next presenter.
Now I'll present the objective of organic farming in Malaysia. Firstly, organic farming contributes to the maintenance of biodiversity and also the conservation of environmental resources. Organic farming consists more fauna such as butterfly, bees, and birds because they reduce the use of chemical pesticide and prey-predator concept is applied to prevent the insect in crops. Hence, the biodiversity will not be interrupted and environmental resources can be conserved too. Furthermore, organic farming will help in the improvement of soil fertility and re-establishment of ecological balance because organic soil consists more microorganisms and earthworm in the soil compared to the non-organic farming. Besides that, organic farming helps in prevent soil pollution and the production of food with high nutritional quality. Nowadays, large amount of chemical pesticide applied in conventional farming to control the weeds, insect infestation, and disease. The risk of organic farming replaces the use of chemical pesticide and fertilizer by using the biocontrol concept to solve the problem of harmful insects, and it also protects the nutritional value of crops so the consumer will have no worries about the foods that they consume every day. Next, I will talk about the comparison of conventional and organic farming. For similarities, both the crops of organic and conventional farming are family farmed and the pesticides are applied in both types of farming. Besides that, they also have environmental friendly practices and they work hard in the conventional farming in the conservation of animals. This is because both types of farming refuse to interrupt the biodiversity and destroy the biological balance. The crops that produce and grow up through conventional and organic farming are both safety priority and the only difference of the crops are the nutritional value. For the differences, organic farming and conventional farming apply different types of farming techniques such as they have different synthetic input and organic farming apply a more organic way. Types of fertilizer for organic farming are organic fertilizer while chemically based fertilizer is commonly used in the conventional farming. Besides that, the amount of GMO, which is the genetically modified organism, are applied in conventional farming while organic farming does not commonly use the GM crops. For the sustainability, conventional farming is more focused on economic and social sustainability, while organic farming is mainly focused on environmental sustainability. For the environmental and health concern, organic farming will tend to the concept of conserving environment as less chemical-based fertilizer is used and it will have less health concern about the crops that produce, but conventional farming commonly use the chemical-based fertilizer that will affect the quality of soil and also the nutritional quality of the crops produced.
Hi, my name is Koh Jia Lin. My metric number is 212185, and I'm going to talk about the types of the organic farming. There are two types of the organic farming, which is the pure organic farming, which use the natural ways for cultivations and do not use the inorganic chemistries, but use the biological methods like using the organic manures and fertilizer. Next type is the integrated organic farming, which involves in integrated nutrients management and the pest management. So there are seven methods of the organic farming. So the first one is a crop rotation, and it grows different crops in rotations to maintain the soil health, and the crops do not need to cultivate on the same land every year. Next is the biological pest control, and this method is used the living organism to control the pests. Next method is weed management, and it promote the weed suppressions, and then they usually reduce the growth of the weeds and using the methods mulching and mowing to remove the weed. Next is the soil management, and normally we use the organic fertilizer to increase the soil quality. Next method is green manure, and the manure is used the mix using green plants with the soil and to increase also the soil quality. The compost method also same with the green manure, also use the organic fertilizer, which use the rotten animal waste to increase the soil quality. So the last one is a crop diversity, which a variety of crops can be cultivated simultaneously.
Thank you, Jalin. So, I will explain about example of organic farming. So, we get three example. The first one is TP Eco Farm. TP Eco Farm is 1 kilometer away from TT Town, Negeri Sembilan, and the owner is Mr. Lim. They surround this farm surrounded by great mountain and forest. So they have a vegetable farm, food garden, herb garden, fish pond, poultry farm, and recreation area. So the next one is Father Organic Farm. They locate at 4 kilometers away from Gotong Jaya, Genting Highlands, Selangor. The owner of Organic Farm is Father Organic Company. The specialist of Father Organic Farm is organic farming, farm work, farm study, animal feeding, jungle walk to the waterfall, and also bee farm. And the last one is Napong Eco Farm. Napong Eco Farm located at Kampung Bukit Jitra Kedah, and the owner is Mr. Zuan Zuan. The special of Napong Eco Farm is they have farm education, farm to table, farm shop, greenhouse, and also volunteering program. Uh, Next, I will explain about organic farming with EOS crop monitoring. Uh, this farming is the advanced agriculture technology. So, how the organic farming with EOS crop monitoring is satellite data detect critical issue, give time alert, and recommended prompt is solution. So the platform is satellite and it can measuring and determine important soil characteristic that affect its fertility, including moisture levels. And it also have zoning. Zoning is a method of identifying vegetation variation of the field. So based on data from the vegetation map, farmer can apply fertilizer with more precision according to the needs of each individual zones. Uh, EOS crop monitoring can also help with scalding irritation event according to the real plant water needs. And the last one, EOS crop monitoring help agriculturalists to cope with the challenge they face in the organic crop and uh, livestock production. So, facilitating the concept uh, exploration and implementation. So, thank you. That's all for me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Thank you to the previous presenter. So now for my part, I will explain on the advantages and disadvantages of organic farming. Okay, the first advantages is greater resistance to pests and disease. This is because they eliminates or use minimum usage of synthetic products, which creates a stronger natural defense mechanism for the crops. The next one is it creates a healthier soil, which encourages the link between healthy soil and plants, and the soil contains higher micronutrients and mineral levels in produced item because the plants and crops absorb all the mineral and nutrients from the soil. And lastly, organic farming is environment friendly because it is free of chemicals and fertilizers, which also reduce environmental pollution. Moving on to the disadvantages of organic farming. Organic crops spoil faster because they are treated with excess of preservatives, which causes them to have shorter shelf life and are easily gone bad. And the next one, organic farming is higher in cost because it is more labor intensive, because it requires more farmers to handle the crops, and the cost of organic feeds is higher, which causes the organic foods to be more expensive. And lastly, the lack of subsidies. The farmers are compensated accordingly. So to make up for the lack of income, they need to charge higher prices for all the crops and produces. That's all from me. I pass to the next presenter.
So next slide is issue and challenges. These are the issues. The number one is land issue. Farmers who do not own the land, they are not motivated to invest in land conservation because they never know how long they will be able to stay on the land. Number 2, inconsistency of supply. Not all organic products are growing throughout the year due to the application of strict crop rotation. Number 3, labor shortage. Organic farming activities done manually, so they have greater labor needs compared to conventional farming methods. So these are the challenges for organic farming. Number 1, limited supply of organic food. Production yield lower compared to conventional grown foods because to not using industrial fertilizer, herbicides and pesticides, and also requires more land. Number 2, time is critical because organic product more susceptible to decay for various reasons. Number 3, uncontrolled pests and diseases because the absence of chemical-based pesticide and insecticide.
Alright, now I will continue our presentation with the last part, which is conclusion of the organic farming. So, this is the conclusion of organic farming. Organic farming appears to be a sustainable, economic, and eco-friendly since there is no risk of residual toxicity. Next, plants and animals grow healthy when organic gardening is practiced. Next, the food harvested from organic farming is safe and healthy for our human consumption. Organic farming and organic gardening are the best agricultural practices for this 21st century. And last but not least, grow organically and enjoy optimum health. And then, this is our references that we use for our assignment. And that is all from us. Thank you.